Welcome to the wonderful world of deer farming in the great state of New York. Brought to you by the New York Deer and Elk Farmers Association. As a wildlife enthusiast, who could dream of a better life than having the opportunity to raise and watch the most sought-after big game animals in North America? Most, if not all, deer farmers started and continue to raise these fascinating animals because of their love of the breed, mostly fostered by a lifelong pursuit of the great animals in the fall woods. We come from all walks of life and are a cross-section of society, people just like you and me. Deer farming was started thousands of years ago as a source of year-round meat by Native Americans. It has transpired into an industry today that creates 30,000 jobs nationwide and benefits the economy to the tune of $3 billion a year. Over 700 of these jobs and tens of millions of dollars are created right here in New York alone. With over 200 deer and elk farms in New York, deer farming has become one of the fastest growing non-traditional agriculture industries in our state as well as the nation. Here in New York, it has even surpassed meat, lambs, aquaculture, and the Christmas tree industry. Deer and elk farms are found in 45 of the 62 New York counties, and the state ranks number 6 among all states in deer and elk kept and number 7 for deer and elk sold. New York deer and elk farm sales continue to grow at an astonishing 17% per year. Truly incredible. New York Deer and Elk Farms invested $167 million of new capital over the last 5 years into the most economically challenged areas of our state, the rural communities. The average deer or elk farm protects 282 acres of open space, and with suburban encroachment across the nation, nothing could be of a greater service to our future generations than protecting areas for nature to abound. Whether part-time or full-time, deer farming allows people to live the American dream, finally doing something for the love of doing it. The species of deer include many different breeds, with whitetail, elk, fallow, sika, and red deer being the major players in our state. Deer farms are each unique and produce and sell everything from venison, of which 85% is now imported from other countries, arthritis remedies for humans and pets from velvet antler production, leather goods and jewelry, breeding animals for other farmers, and hunting opportunities, with all goods available to be purchased by the public. As diverse as the people who raise them, the deer business abounds with opportunities for every conceivable dream and dreamer. Most farmers participate in selective breeding by choosing males with superior antlers and genetic traits and placing them with a particular set of females in early fall. The young are born in spring and are weaned in late summer to allow the breeding females to restore themselves for another breeding season. Most animals are sold from the farm privately, but video auctions are also held around the country, offering the chance for farmers to meet, enjoy the company of other like-minded people, and to sell or purchase animals and semen to allow genetically diverse herds. As with any animal operation, such as registered cattle, hog, or sheep farming, there are animals on our farms that do not qualify to be considered as breeders. These animals are released on large hunting ranches and are hunted, with a portion being harvested. Most of these hunters come from out of state and again bring money to be spent in the rural communities that need it the most. As hunters ourselves, we know the end result of all living things is death. We, however, believe in celebrating the life and quality of the life lived. The animals we raise have a quality of life unmatched by any other animals in nature. With the decline of the family farm, the deer industry has been an opportunity for many farmers to diversify their businesses. By utilizing land that is not suitable for their type of farming and turning it into a deer farm, traditional farmers have been able in many instances to add income and in some cases even save the family farm. Many other families have been able to include themselves in the farming community by buying property that is not suitable for other economic endeavors. Most deer farms are located in areas of poor or marginal quality land. This land is cheaper than most property in an area, reducing the initial investment. The beauty of raising deer is the small amount of acreage needed to establish a successful business. From as small as 10 acres for a small operation to as much as 80 acres for a large operation, each can provide a substantial income for the property utilized. We offer the opportunity for farms to be passed from generation to generation, allowing for a bond to be built between a family, friends, communities, and a certain piece of land. As families move to rural communities to begin their deer farming business, they invest in these communities through the purchase of their goods and services from local retailers, and also help local schools by bringing the tax value up in a particular area. They participate in local activities and become a part of something that money can't buy, something that is unachievable in cities, the sense and need to belong somewhere, to a piece of land that is your own, to turn it into whatever you dream of it becoming. There is a special feeling of being a farmer. Through deer and elk farming, people are allowed to realize the most important dream of all, raising their children in a rural environment. To raise children on a farm can be one of the most rewarding experiences anyone can imagine. Wouldn't it be wonderful if every child could be raised on a farm? A childhood spent having the ethics, morals, and values instilled in them that is learned from the responsibility and living up to an obligation that is earned from a day's work on a farm. Imagine how wonderful our country would be if every child could be raised in this environment. For more information about deer farming, please visit the New York Deer and Elk Farmers Association at nydefa.org. We would like to thank you for your interest in the great American dream, the wonderful world of deer farming.